Check 1, 2. Is this thing recording?
Yeah, it's recording, dude. Welcome to the Harry and fucking Gizmo show.
Welcome to the show, dudes.
Dude, nice haircut, by the way.
Thanks, man.
It's all gone.
It's all gone. I shaved it all off. I just wanted to wear hats comfortably again without feeling like a lesbian. Because, like, I was rocking the man bun for a long time. And then just having my hair out with, like, the snapbacks. I have to have my like snapback on like the first snap just to even fit it on my head. So much hair, you know. My
head's just that big that snapbacks don't fit except on the last one.
Except on the last one?
Yeah, I have a giant fucking head. It's just like a weird shape noggin that I got.
You do kind of have a big head.
An odd noggin. Yeah,
odd noggin, bro.
That's a good episode name.
Odd Noggins. That was the name of my old garage band.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, back in 2002.
You're full of shit.
No, I'm serious. Odd Noggins is what we called ourselves.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I said that because I felt like I came up with that.
Yeah, Odd Noggins. I was playing the cello, and then
no way, you're full of shit.
Yeah, I'm bullshit.
Bullshit. You got me, dude. Dude, I'm gullible.
Yeah, I'm working on my improv.
I like it. I like it. Good acting skills.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So you got a haircut? Did you have a barber that you go to?
My uncle cuts hair.
Oh, nice.
So he hooked it up. He's actually a pretty good stylist. Like, I guess his haircuts cost like $80 and up.
Damn.
And then
my guy costs $35.
He hooked it up for free though.
But I give a $15 tip every time. So
$15 tip?
Yeah,
that's
$35 haircut. So it's a $50 haircut. You know what I mean? Because like, I don't know. I work in the tipping industry, so
you got to tip nice. Yeah,
tip nice.
I think good karma. That's like, especially because if you live in Las Vegas, they want you to tip for everything. I just tip for good service, you know.
Yeah,
and if it's bad service, I'll tip $1, you know.
Yeah.
I'll still tip something.
$1 a drink. I can't say $1 a drink. I'll still tip, because that's perfectly fine. That's normal. $1 a drink.
Yeah,
that's normally what I tip for. You know, I leave pretty good tips. We went out and ate dinner, and I live like 20% tips, pretty much.
Yeah, I wish I would fucking work a job with tips sometimes, because like a lot of my friends who work on the strip, bro, they're making bank, dude. They're fucking reeling in on tips every day. Even if you're working inside a dispensary, like doing bud tending and stuff.
Yeah,
you can make pretty good tips doing those jobs.
Yeah. I made like $40 a day when I was working at the cashier. You know, that's not bad for just ringing people up in tips, making $40. $40
a day, dude. That's a bag of weed a day.
Exactly. I'd come in, they'd be like, "Here's your tips from yesterday," and be like, "Dope. Here, I'm gonna fucking just spend it on a gram of concentrate and dab it up."
Yep, gram of concentrate and a box of Raisin Canes.
Yeah.
You fuck with Raisin Canes?
I love Canes.
Dude, I love Canes.
Canes is a great chicken joint.
What are you getting when you go there?
Box combo.
Box combo.
I need that coleslaw. I'm a coleslaw hound.
I'm no coleslaw, extra toast. Dude.
Exactly. Dude, you wouldn't eat coleslaw, you pussy.
No, fuck coleslaw, bro. Coleslaw is like fucking doo-doo. I don't know what the fuck they put in coleslaw.
My daughter and I both like coleslaw. I'm down on it.
Yeah, I mean, I like
just cabbage and carrots.
Yeah, I like coleslaw on like a hot sandwich. Like if I get like a Louisiana hot chicken sandwich.
All right.
I know there's a good spot in the Arts District, and they put like a little bit of coleslaw on the sandwich, and that shit, it's fire, dude.
Yeah, it's also really hard to say.
It is pretty hard to say. I'm getting fucking. I can't say coleslaw right, dude.
I just have to. It's a comedy show, so I have to make fun of you.
Yeah, dude. I think, but I think it's all right on some sandwiches. I don't know. Yeah. But what do you think about how they're calling Vegas right now a sanctuary city, like for like immigrants?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that. That's a left turn here.
Yeah, big left turn, because they're saying I guess it's cool for immigrants to do what they do here, and they're like blocking like certain federal regulations or some shit.
Well, they've unionized. They come in here, they get jobs at the casinos, and then they join the unions.
Dude, that's true. There's actually like,
which is fun. I don't give a shit, dude. If you want to come here and work, I don't want to make this political. Way to make this political, Gizmo.
Yeah, we're getting political. Yeah, today, as soon as I get my haircut, I'm like, fucking, all right, I'm gonna join Congress.
We got a new Gizmo.
Yeah, new me, dude. I'm learning. I'm fucking starting to read articles on Bloomberg now and shit. Fuck, I'm paying attention to stocks now.
Stocks. I can't do that.
I got like 50 cents in Bitcoin.
Do you really?
No, I don't.
Dude, it got me again, dude.
Do you ever invest in shit like that, like stocks or
no
cryptocurrencies or no?
I had a 401k once, but then I cashed that out when I quit my job.
A 401k?
Yeah.
Damn.
I need to get a new one going, but I'm lazy about doing that shit.
Yeah, I think I had a 401k for like 1 year on my first job. I don't know whatever happened to that money though. I think it's
probably still in that account somewhere.
I gotta claim that shit, dude.
Yeah, normally you can roll it over from one job to the other. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
because it's like your account. It's like just as a savings account. But again, that's just like out of my league. I don't want to talk about that because I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know shit about it. I don't know
shit about it. But Sanctuary City, I'll say this. Final word on that. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool, dude.
Pretty cool. Yeah, come to Vegas, dude.
Yeah,
come
I like
to Vegas,
Roberto's.
Find work.
I like Pepe's Tacos. I like Tacos El Gordo.
Tacos El Gordo rules.
It's the GOAT.
Shout out. If you know, you know.
Tacos El Gordo is like so dope because it's just like a big cafeteria where you could get whatever fucking asadas you want.
I go for the lengua.
The lengua.
We've talked about this, I'm pretty sure, dude. But they give you They give you a whole tongue, dude.
Yep, getting a whole tongue.
Dude, that thing went dark, and I thought it was my computer for a second, and it was just the Mac behind.
Oh yeah, it was the Mac.
Shit. Do you like? Hopefully, you guys, if you like the new Velvet, leave a comment. We got a new backdrop. I just want to say that's pretty cool.
We got the codeine backdrop.
Codeine.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, the Slowdeine.
The Slowdeine. We about to be double cupped in this bitch with 2 big gulps.
Yeah.
Of fucking Baja Blast. What? Do you have a favorite soda?
Yeah, my favorite. I'm a Sprite guy.
Sprite guy?
I'm not even gonna front. It's Sprite. Unless I go to Taco Bell, then I get Baja Blast. But I'm a Sprite everywhere I go.
Sprite everywhere I go.
It's just the most refreshing of all the sodas, in my opinion. But I think it also has some like the most sugar, which would make sense.
Yeah, I like a nice cold Sprite every now and then. But like I used to drink Sprite a lot, but then I turned to Coke.
Yeah.
Not the soda.
Oh.
No, I'm playing.
Dirty boy.
No, I turned to Coca-Cola because I don't know. That's just like
I like Coke.
Nothing better than a nice crispy like Coke with like a breakfast sandwich or some shit. Like,
with a breakfast sandwich, you drink Coke for breakfast?
Yeah, I drink Coke for breakfast.
You're a psycho.
I drink fucking Coke all day, bro.
Coke for breakfast. That's a very Mexican thing of you.
And here, let me tell you something else. I feel like it helps with a hangover too. Like,
does it really?
For me, at least, like I'll wake up in the morning. I'm feeling like shit. I'm craving a nice cold Coke.
Hell yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You've been on a bender lately.
Yeah, I've been on a little bendy lately since like EDC, dude.
We've been going out. We've been having fun, dude.
Yeah, the nights.
Did you go out last night?
In the arts district, been pretty cool. Yeah, I went out last night. Went downtown.
You went to Stakeout or no?
Oh, I went Stakeout. Yeah, went Stakeout. That was my first stop. Went Stakeout. I went up first.
Oh, nice.
And I had fun there. I was working some new jokes, crowd working with Willie B.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. But no, the past couple nights have been pretty cool. Like with comedy, there's been the Sunday night special I did.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Which was really cool. It was fun. I told that story about me fucking getting pulled into a bathroom by some rando.
Like we talked about on last episode.
I told that story on stage, and it actually went like pretty hilariously, like funny.
Yeah, you did a couple of new jokes that we've talked about on this podcast.
Yep, I just been doing.
You just been doing the bits. I've been doing and that's some bits. Fine. I'm just jealous.
And they've been working.
I'm gonna start doing the bits.
All right, we got to come up with some new bits, dude. All right, here, what's a bit we could talk about? Who's Linda?
Who's Linda, dude? Who is Linda?
I don't know. Linda's a hoe, apparently. Though.
What? Linda's a hoe?
Yeah, and you know, like, listen.
Explain it to me.
Well, listen, Linda. If you're out there, fucking subscribe and leave a comment. First of all,
you're not explaining what Linda is a hoe.
What Linda is like everybody is tagging around Vegas that Linda is a hoe.
There's a graffiti artist writing "Linda is a hoe" all around Vegas. There's a news article about it.
Yep, it's on the east side, it's on the west side, on the north side. Linda's a hoe everywhere. Apparently, she's been all around Vegas, hoeing it up. Damn. And yeah, dude, I don't know. You hear any news about Linda lately?
No, but I'm pretty sure I've seen the tag somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've never, you know, personally seen it in the news. I just don't pay attention to the news.
Yeah, I don't know. Lately, I have been. I'm like really savvy with all that shit because I want to know where the economy's going. So I'm looking at like the numbers of like, you know, how many hotels are losing money this year, or how many, you know, fucking businesses are, you know, going out.
There's a lot of hotels losing money this year.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy that like I like going to the arts district so much, and that place is booming a lot. Like you either see like a new business open up or close down. Like they had a few cool bars that are closed down already, and I'm like, where's this going?
Yeah,
You know?
it's like you gotta, you know, some of those things is also oversaturation. You know, because like there's a lot of bars down on Arts District, and if you're not, you know, in the right exact place, or you're not offering the right prices, especially when there's, you know, places next door that do $3 mystery beers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
one of the best spots in the valley.
dude, one of the best hidden spots, dude.
Yeah,
But you know, it's not gonna work, dude. My wife was saying, dude, I'm all in my head right now. I gotta tell you why, because my wife was like, I listened to some of the clips and you just sound too stoned, and I'm like sitting here, can't even put a fucking thought together right now.
I'm pretty stoned right now too. It was the GMO sherbet we fucking smoked, bro.
Yeah. You made me. You made me do it. You made me do it, Gizmo.
Damn it!
I blame you.
Now I'm self-conscious about it. Are we too high on this podcast? Leave a
comment.
Leave a comment.
Let us know. Should we smoke
stoned.
less weed? But that's just us, Gizmo.
Yeah,
That's just us, and that's okay.
well, it's a good way to warm up. It's a good way to, you know, fucking get the creative juices flowing. I like doing it to relax.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe I might look a little autistic when I smoke sometimes, but that's just because I'm smoking heavy indica, baby. So I'm crazy. I'm going lazy. I'm getting wavy and fucking trying to chill in some shade or something.
Somebody, I had this old coworker, this boss. No, he wasn't a boss. I was his boss. But we worked at Office Depot together, and he was listening to my last podcast, and he sent me like this message. I presume when he was drunk or something like that, because it was out of nowhere. And he was like, "I've been listening to your thing, blah blah blah," and they're just like a few notes, you know. And he's like, "Don't talk about weed. You're not, you know, 16. It's not cool," or some shit like that. And then in my mind, I'm like, I'm not talking about it because I think it's cool. I'm just talking about it to fucking talk about it because whatever. It is what it is. It's what I do.
Yeah, because like, what would it be? Like, I'm not talking about anything because if it's cool. I'm just talking about it just because, like, you know, or we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just happen to be fucking cool, dude.
And we happen to be super cool fucking two dudes in this fucking hot box, just hot boxing, drinking White Claws and Bud Lights and fucking having fun, dude. And that, I mean, like, what do you, I don't know, like when we got into this podcast, I wasn't clear of like what direction we were going to go in with it. But like, I mean, I like just doing this, hanging out, talking shit, having fun. It's not like we're two fucking scientists trying to give, you know, predictions on what volcano's gonna erupt next. I don't fucking know.
You're just my best friend in comedy, dude. You know?
Thank you, man.
Yeah, so like we went on. See, it was weird that we went on that Austin trip, and we didn't even really know each other when we went on that trip together. And we got to know each other, and I, you know, realized we pretty vibe well. My wife also, she's like, never mind, I won't say that one. You know, she said that we should get more comfortable, and I'm like, yeah, duh. You know, all these things that she told me, I'm like, yeah, these are things that I know.
Yeah,
you're not telling me anything I don't know. I'm gonna clip that.
But. Yeah, clip it. Well, damn, maybe she's right, dude. Maybe we got to hang out more outside of comedy and do regular people's shit.
Yeah, I want to go to that rave.
And then, like, we skated at the park the other day ago. That was cool.
Yeah, it was one time, and I'm just lit. But I need to lose weight. I've been eating less. I've been like eating better.
Yeah,
but just less. And so I'm gonna hopefully start seeing some work on that, because I don't want to be just fucking chubbier and chubbier, dude, like how I am. So
yeah, you got to hit up Jamie Foy, dude. See what diet he got on.
Did he get on a diet?
I don't know.
Maybe a not
dude
drinking
used to be
diet.
Big Boy Foy, dude, and now he's like
I'm big boy,
fucking
big
shredding.
boy Harry, dude.
Big Boy Harry, dude. Yeah, maybe if you stuck to like drinking like vodka all day and nothing else, you'd be good.
Just develop a good old alcoholism. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, dude, I didn't even lose weight when I was on coke. That's the thing. So it's not even worth it to me, because I would just binge eat after.
Damn.
Yeah.
Imagine you get prescribed that to lose weight.
That would be sick. I got prescribed my Vyvanse to help me lose weight. So there's that.
Oh, okay.
There's that.
But what do you eat on the daily? What's your regular like foods? Like what's your diet like?
No, I eat like an Uncrustable for lunch.
Okay.
I eat like a child, dude.
That sounds like a kid.
For dinner, lunch. We make dinner. So like tacos or hamburgers or like we'll do salmon and rice. We'll do some pasta of some sort, all like a dinner, and I make dinner. But then I snack. But I've been cutting out the snacks lately. That's not because like normally I'd like eat just some dinner just so I can say I've ate dinner. So then I could just snack as much I want. Yeah. You know what I mean? And not feel bad about it. That's how I was raised. So
yeah, no, I love the snack, dude. Like especially like after.
But you're thinny mini, dude.
Yeah, but man, I could eat, bro. Like I'll eat a big dinner and then like right afterwards, I'm like, fuck, I kind of want a Twinkie right now too.
Of course.
And I'll eat a Twinkie and then there's an ice cream sandwich in the fucking freezer. I'm gonna eat that sandwich.
I like that bit you've been doing.
That's fun. Yeah, I eat 2 sandwiches a day. 1 regular, 1 ice cream, dude. I'm feeling good.
Sorry to bring that up and make you do one of your bits on the podcast.
Oh yeah, I don't know. We're making up bits here. We're trying. I'm fucking faded.
Yeah,
but man,
things have been going good.
Yeah, Tuesday nights in the arts district are really good, dude.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun. I did 20 minutes at Laffy Taffy. When she brought me up, she was like, "You may have seen him at Skankfest," which always just hypes me up. Yeah, I'm just manifesting that I'm going to get it again this year. So that's all. Trying to manifest that. I believe in manifestations.
Yeah.
Have I told you about my psychic great grandmother?
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah. Did we talk about it on the podcast? How she called out my wreck and everything like that? I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast.
You mentioned it before. Like she's pretty accurate with some of her predictions.
So she says right now it's undecided, but I'm like, oh, that's better than no.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said there's a lot of competition, but you still have a chance. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to roll with that and say it's a yes.
Yeah, I mean, the state of comedy right now is like, I don't know. It seems like the hype has died down. Have you felt that?
Yeah.
There was like so much hype like in like maybe 2021 and 2022. And then Mothership opened, super hyped about that. And then like now it's kind of like, I don't know. It's dying
business
down a
as
bit.
usual.
Yeah, business as usual now.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
Like I heard the Austin scene isn't even like popping as usually like or like how it was before. Mm-hmm. It's still like LA and New York, dude. Like that's where there's like a lot of good audiences in general. I think you get so many like tourists and like just random people in LA and New York.
Yeah.
That they have really good audiences out there. And I haven't performed in front of New York people before, but I performed in LA one time. I did the Hollywood, I think it's called the Hollywood Comedy. Mm-hmm. It's like down the street from Sunset Road, and it was cool there. You meet like a lot of like people that are into like acting and like they're doing like some film shit, and like it's a cool scene over there, dude. I think I want to visit LA more often.
Yeah. I'll go with you.
Yeah, we go out there, fucking chill by the beach, get some good weed. Some of the best weed in the world is in LA.
Of course.
I don't
talk
about weed so much, but fucking LA weed is
I don't fuck with the beach, man.
You don't fuck with the beach?
Not anymore. The older I get, the more like about the beach I get. I don't like getting sand. Unless I'm there to go surfing specifically. Like, I don't know. I kind of guess I don't even believe my own self right now. I like the beach, but I also really fucking hate it at the same time.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you the story that like when I went to the beach one time and I fucking got stung by a bee. Mm-hmm. And then I was so angry I wanted to leave the beach.
Oh, yeah, you told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been stung by bees a couple times. One time I was like playing around as a kid and there was like one of those little $5 pools that you get at Walmart. And we were playing hide and go seek, and I went and hid under that, and there was a bee in there, and it fucking stung me. And I was like, holy, and it fucking hurt like shit. And then the next time I got stung on my bicep, and it swelled up, and it looked like I was really ripped. But, so I'm kind of allergic to bees.
Damn.
A little bit, I think.
Maybe I should do that. Like if I'm like, about to go on a swimming pool day, I should just
Start
sting
stinging
myself
yourself.
with bees, like a little swole.
Yeah, get swole by bee stings.
Yeah, get fucking swole, dude. I've been thinking about hitting the gym.
Yeah, you just been skating. You skate though for exercise too, though.
Yeah,
And that works out.
yeah. I've been skating like at least a couple times a week now. I'm trying to get it back. Trying to get my flow back. I want to learn how to fucking kick flip an 8 stair or some shit.
Yeah.
Go hard.
I want to learn how to ollie a 1 stair. I'm just playing.
Just ollie off a curb.
Yeah, I can do that. I could do that.
Yeah, you could do that, bro.
I could do that, bro.
We got to go skating again, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm down. It's getting hot though. We got to go early or late.
I'm down like late at night.
Yeah.
Maybe early morning. I suck at getting up early, dude. Like on the weekdays. On the weekends, I get up early for work and shit. But weekdays, I'm fucking.
Oh, I know that.
sleeping
What
in.
time were we supposed to do this? I'm just playing.
We were supposed to do this 3 hours ago.
Yeah. And then, we forgot to say it, dude. And then I get here. It's a 15-minute drive. Not too bad. But I realize I forget my laptop. So then I have to go. It took me like 45 minutes to like round trip ultimately. Because I had to stop and get gas. It was just a motherfucker, dude. I was pissed. I forgot the laptop.
No, you're a real one for doing that. I thought you were about to say like, you know what? Let's just hang out for a bit. I'm gonna go back home.
Dude, no, I was like, I want a pod. We needed a pod episode today. I know this isn't the best pod. Fuck, my mic's cutting in and out. Sorry. I'm trying to get these cords out of my feet. I know this isn't the best pod that we've done, but we're out here doing it. It's another episode. It's episode 14. Dude, I lost my fucking Oakleys at work.
Your Oakleys?
Yeah, dude. My sunglasses, dude. This is like my third pair that I've had. It's the first gold pair that I've had. They're sick. Gold lenses.
Yeah. Bless you.
Thank you. That was sick. I should have done it right into the mic.
The burp mic.
Dude, but it was I was sitting there like laying down on the bench, had my hat and my sunglasses off, and then it was time to go, and I got up, I put my hat on, and I stood up, and I loaded my people up, and I just left my fucking sunglasses on the bench there, and I'm pretty annoyed about it. It's fucking
think one
sucks.
of your coworkers took them?
No, dude, I'm sure one of the people who works there went over and picked them up, but like, I don't know. Like tomorrow when I get there, I'm gonna ask and be like, "Is there a lost and found? Like, did you guys see some sunglasses over here?" And if the universe,
see a pair of Oakleys,
yeah, and if the universe finds it to me, I'll do it that way. That's how I'll take it.
yeah,
I believe in that's what I say. The universe. I don't necessarily say. Well, instead of political, we'll talk religion. I tried some new bits about my religion.
You did?
Yeah. Like how Mormons growing up, they don't believe in cremation because when you're dead, you get resurrected and your body's made whole. And so it makes it more difficult for God to put your body back together. And I knew in that moment, I was like, that's kind of horseshit.
Bullshit.
I don't think God made this earth, dude, and you think it's hard for him to put a couple bodies back together,
Yeah. That's wild.
And I was like 8 years old, and that was one of the questions. I was like, what about cremation? I was like, I want to be cremated. That sounds cool. And then my mom's like, no.
Yeah. Wait, you grew up Mormon, right?
Yeah, dude, hella Mormon.
Damn. I grew up Catholic, Vegas Catholic, which is
Did you go to mass ever?
I used to go to church on Sundays. Yeah.
Nice.
I think it was more like when I was an early teenager, I was going to church a lot. And like, it was always kind of weird though, because like Catholic churches, they're very, I don't know, like the Pope, they have like a Pope there or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, it's very traditional.
Oh, we have what's called a bishop.
A bishop, is that what it is?
It's not
I
a
don't know
pope,
what they
but
call
it's
it.
like it's the leader. I was called a pastor. You know how like most churches have a pastor, a guy that like leads the sermon and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would have like a dude.
Oh yeah, so we'd have something like that. Then he'd go up on this big stage and like say a couple like verses from the chapters of the Bible or whatever, and like he seemed so boring, or like it just seemed like a play. I don't know. I can't really talk about church that
This
much.
conversation's so boring, dude.
It is, dude. I don't know where I was going with that.
was like,
but like I used to go to Christian churches, and those were like a fucking rock concert.
Dude, the Christian camps are fun. So when I was a kid, one of my dreams as a kid was to get to go to like, I just wanted to have that summer camp like experience where I went and did a sleepaway camp. After watching Bug Juice, which was like that first MTV, I think it was called Bug Juice. It was like the first MTV like kids reality TV show where they went to like a summer camp, and they followed kids around and just kind of documented their experience. And me being a little reality TV junkie, I absolutely just ate that shit up. And I was like, I want to go to fucking summer camp. I remember thinking that. I was like, I want to go to summer camp so bad. But my parents would never pay for me to go to summer camp.
Yeah.
And then when I was older and I was in middle school, my buddy went to this Christian thing, and they had a summer camp. And my parents, which normally would never let us do another church's thing because they didn't want you falling into another religion, but they were somehow okay with it. And I went to summer camp with my best friend at the time, and we had the goddamn best experience of my life. There was this pillow fight that we did. Imagine 100 kids, because there's 5 different cabins or 6 different cabins or whatever, 12 kids or so in each cabin. So there's a shit ton of kids. And what was that? Okay. And one night our cabin was like, all right, we're going to grab your pillows. We're going to start a big pillow fight. So we went into another cabin, and we just started beating the shit out of everybody with our pillows. And then it went to like, all right, let's go get the other kid. And then and at some point, all of the cabins were just doing pillow fights. And at one point, the counselors were like, all right, let's take it out to the field. So at 10 p.m., middle of the night, there's just like 100 kid pillow fight in the middle of this fucking field. And I just remember this one counselor who had 2 pillows, and he was running through the crowd, just taking kids out left and right. It was the fucking goddamn best. One of the goddamn
dude, just a pillow fight brawl, dude.
Pillow fight, absolute brawl, like a war.
Damn, I'd be trying to knock people out with my fucking pillow, dude.
You're swinging as hard as you fucking can at people's heads or their legs. You're trying to take them down by the legs, or knock them out.
Knock them out with a pillow.
Dude, yeah.
That'd be fucking funny. I wonder if you could actually knock somebody out with a pillow.
Dude, if I have enough pillow, I have a down pillow. If I have enough pillow, like, you could fucking take
if it's a heavy pillow, that's going to take somebody out. Yeah.
We play pillow fights with my kid. It's so fun, dude. With my 3-year-old and my 9-year-old, and they'll stand on the bed, and I'll just
send them flying.
And they just go they just fall down.
Damn,
they're so easy to knock over. It's so fun playing with your kids like that.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry, I never talk about being a dad, but that is a fun. Pillow fights are fun. So that was like one of the first I'm so glad that I went, in the moment I remember thinking like, I'm doing summer camp. We did this one game. The other game that I remember, we did a big old, with everybody, all of the kids, they did Red Rover, which is just a bad idea. And at one point I ran up to these counselors, and they just held their arms and clotheslined the shit out of me. And it was pretty rad. I remember thinking like, well, that was sick. We played like an epic game of hide and seek at night with glow sticks and things. It was fun.
That sounds fun. So wait, this was all summer camp stuff?
Yeah, for like a week. Yeah.
Wow.
You go out, stayed in cabins.
Lose your virginity.
No, I wish, dude. I'm sure I definitely had a crush, because I was a little pussy hound even as a kid, dude. I always liked the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I was always flirting.
Yeah, me too, man.
Getting in trouble for it.
Man, in like elementary school and shit, I think I had a little girlfriend in every grade, dude. Like kindergarten, first grade, second grade.
I wasn't allowed to have girlfriends because I was Mormon, but there was definitely girls that I would talk to and shit.
Yeah, and they were your friends, right?
Yeah. AOL and shit like that, dude.
AOL, man. Wait.
AIM.
Damn.
AOL Instant Messenger.
The good old days, dude.
You're too young for AIM.
I think I am. What is AIM? I don't think I heard of that. I had a Hotmail. I had a fucking
Hotmail was like also kind of the same time, but AIM was AOL Instant Messenger, and you get home and you just would chat with your friends from school.
Yeah.
and talk to girl for hours, dude. Just
Like,
on your
yo,
computer.
meet me on AIM.
Yeah, yeah. Like let's talk on AIM later. You know.
Yeah.
What's your aim, dude? What's your
Yeah.
name? What's your name on AIM? What's your aim?
What's your game on AIM?
You know, it was like MySpace. God damn it! It was MySpace times, but
MySpace times were, man,
they
they were
didn't
such
have like a
chill
chat
time.
feature on MySpace like that. So it was, you know, you went to AIM.
Yeah.
I forget because you're like you're 8 years younger than me.
Yeah, but I had a MySpace. Like, I had a pretty cool
5
page.
years, yeah.
Yeah, like I miss MySpace when it was like it was popping for like a couple years. Like, you could put your music on there and like have a cool background and shit.
I had like one time, like I had like a little MySpace page. I never figured out how to change the backgrounds and shit, but I was always into Facebook. I got Facebook early, you know, as soon as you could. Like I had Facebook, which was fun.
Yeah, Facebook's all right. I mean, I had that shit for a while. I don't really use it anymore. I just use Instagram.
Yeah, same.
People are telling me to get on TikTok, so maybe I'll hop on TikTok too. I don't know.
Yeah, make an account for this and just share our reels.
Yeah,
That we make to
share some
TikTok.
reels, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to think my house is maybe a little haunted sometimes.
The way the lights have been flickering throughout this episode. Yeah, dude.
Bro, like just some of the like lights in my house be flickering on and off. Like, I'm using the bathroom, taking a shit, and then the lights go off for a second and turn back on. What the fuck is that, dude?
You got hella ghosts up in here,
I don't
dude.
know, man. And then sometimes you'll hear like the floors creak and there's nobody home, and I'm like,
Dude, that's scary.
what is this, dude? This house is built in like, I think 1980s, early 1980s.
My wife believes in ghosts like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of do too. There's like an experience, like my great grandmother, the psychic. She also believes in ghosts, you know, and she'll tell us about them. Like at my wife's like household that she grew up in, they had a ghost there named Annie. Apparently, it was like a little girl ghost, and like we were staying at we were sleeping there one time, and there's just like carpet everywhere. So there's no way like her phone could have broken just by falling off the side table. So it was on the side table charging at nighttime. And when we woke up in the morning, there's a pinprick, like, but it was shattered. You know what I mean? Like from in the middle of the fucking screen. It was like, and then like we told my great grandma-in-law, and she's like, oh, she didn't mean to do it.
She didn't mean to do it.
Yeah.
She's talking about the ghost.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
Do you believe in ghosts? Espíritus?
Yeah, bro.
Espíritus?
Dude, do you believe in ghosts? Do I believe in ghosts? Do I like pancakes? Yes. I smoked way too much weed before this show, but anyways,
Yeah,
ghosts. Like, dude, you know what's crazy? On the topic of ghost,
Yeah.
you heard of the haunted museum here, right?
Yeah, have you ever been?
Baggins? No, I haven't.
We
Have
need to
you?
go together.
Dude, we should go together.
Yeah, that'd be a good
Are we
date.
gonna get stoned before we go in there?
Yeah. Get
I don't know. I
scared.
think I'd be scared to go in there stoned.
Dude, it's just if my wife won't let me go because she believes in that shit too much.
Dude, you know what's weird though about the fucking haunted museum is that it's right next to a Freemasons temple.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
that's
you know what
kinda
the
interesting.
Freemasons are, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's just the most. Either it's like just an ironic location for them to do their haunted museum right there, but I don't know. That seems a little sus to me.
Yeah, they probably did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Found just like, oh, this a place. Well, maybe not on purpose, but it just happenstance. And they're like, oh, it just happens to be next to a Masonic temple.
Yeah, but I heard they have like certain rooms in there that are like super crazy, like demonic, fucking like they have.
Yeah, my father-in-law went and said it was nutty.
Yeah, he said it was nutty.
Yeah, he said it was definitely interesting. He's been on a couple of ghost tours, and he said that it definitely got him.
Yeah.
I once had these guests on my bus, and I picked them up, and they had went on the tour like the night before, and you can tell it fucked them up because they were just like wide-eyed, and like they were like, I was like, how's it going? You know what I mean? Like, you know, where are you from? And they're like, the haunted museum. You know, the haunted museum.
I touched the ghost of 1908's dildo.
I guess
now
if you're really into it, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and you feel scared, I'm sure it gets you.
Well, I heard you're not supposed to touch anything in there either.
Yeah.
Because there's like
ghosts can travel through objects.
Yeah, dude, like ghost energy and objects. What do you think about that? Yeah, well, I think like
I'm a skeptic, and I think a lot of things are just bullshit and stories.
yeah, but like vintage objects, they like hold some like part of history or whatever time they were in.
Somebody gave my daughter this doll, and
they
like,
farted on
ended up behind the couch, and my daughter like somehow got hurt. I can't remember the story exactly, but somehow this doll is behind the couch, and my grandmother was like, "Get rid of that doll." And I'm like,
really?
yeah. She
Get
like
the fuck out of
hypes up my wife all the time. Get rid of that doll. There's
Yeah.
something wrong with it, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's an evil doll.
Really? She's like the first glance at it.
Yeah, she first not even glance, but heard like thought of it. You know, she was like, "Get rid of that doll."
Like as soon as your daughter gets it, she's like calling you on your phone, like, "Yo, I see that shit. Get rid of it." Damn, that's crazy, dude. The paranormal.
Yeah, dude.
Paranormal activity.
I think a lot of it is what people see. Like, I feel like I saw a ghost. Though I have my own ghost story, where I used to drive up. My buddy lived up like past this in this logging town, all the way up the hill, in the middle of the woods, and you drove by the cemetery, and every night drove by. Wasn't tired or anything like that, and I like look on the corner of the cemetery, and there's a guy standing there, like kind of clear. I don't know, almost transparent.
Yeah.
But there's a guy standing there wearing a red flannel. He was bald, and he was just staring at me. And then I like looked closer. I looked,
yeah,
and he was gone. And it almost shit my pants. It fucking scared the shit out of me.
Oh, that's scary, dude. Were you on something?
No, I was sober at that point. I was about to go get stoned with my buddy, but I was stone sober.
Man, I remember one time I was hanging out in the arts district. I was off like 2 grams of mushrooms, and I was just bar hopping with one of my homies.
Yeah.
And we were like starting to get to the peak of our trip, so we like found some seats kind of next to where like Ola Habibi is.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like sitting down there, and then my homie like looks at me. He's like, "Dude, who's that guy behind you?" He's like, "He's been staring at us." And I turn around. It was a fucking mailbox. It's like, dude, that's a mailbox, bro.
That's funny.
But like
really tripping out.
when you're tripping sometimes though, and you like see things from a distance, like a silhouette, like you'd be like, "What the fuck, is that a duck over there?" And you're like, "No, that's a grocery bag." I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so it's definitely, that's why I'm like a skeptic, because I'm like, you can take shit and see shit, you know.
Yeah, you could see some things out there, or even sober, you still see some things. In the
Yeah,
mirage.
I was sober, you know. Yeah, you can still see like mirage. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, but do you think there's casinos out here that are haunted?
I know. I heard that Horseshoe or Bally's is haunted.
Horseshoe and Bally's. I heard Circus was haunted.
They have a fire there. They had a fire there in 1978 where 80 people died.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was
At the
MGM,
Horseshoe.
It was the MGM Grand at that point.
Wait, what? The Horseshoe?
Yeah,
What? I didn't know this.
yeah. And then it reopened as Bally's. Yeah, that was another missed opportunity. We need to burp into the mic.
Yeah, Burt Mike.
Burp mic. I feel like we're fucking up by not burping into the mic.
Yeah. Every burp you hear during this podcast, take a shot
Yeah.
or a bong rip. But yeah, man, we covered some stuff, haunted stuff.
My favorite ride at
Immigrants.
Disneyland is the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah,
It is. I like the spooked. I like to get spooked, but it's not spooky anymore now that I'm an adult. But it's fun to watch my kids get spooked by that shit. I showed my daughter their first horror movie. Her grandfather showed her that Smile movie, I think, or like one of those cheesy kind of horror films. And she loved it, and then she really wanted to see Scream. So we let her watch the new Scream, and there's a couple of brutal which we would like make her cover her eyes at that point. But she kind of liked it. And then we showed her It first. We watched It because she had been dying to watch It, and she got scared, jump scared.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. But like the original one or the new one?
The new one.
Yeah, all right.
Because she was Pennywise for Halloween one year. My kids last year we were all ghost faced for Halloween, me and my daughter and my son.
Yeah.
We like to do the spooky characters, be the Halloween characters.
Spooky dookie shit.
Yeah, it's fun, because again, growing up Mormon, hashtag growing up Mormon, I wasn't allowed to like watch any of that shit. So it was all off limits. And then I thought it was just so cool. So when I left, I was like, oh, I'm into horror shit, a little bit. Not as much as other people. We're 40 minutes in, and I forgot that we have a sponsor.
Yeah.
So let's take this moment.
Sponsor.
Sorry, Roman, you're going to have to listen to this. I'm going to just tell him it's 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
We are sponsored by Zynn World Premium CBD.
Zynn World Premium CBD.
ZYNNWORLD.com, ZynnWorld.com for your CBD needs. Now, he gave us these tinctures, and the bottle's almost empty because I've been using it. And I like it. It calms me down a little bit, takes away some of that stress and anxiety. Gets me to, not think as much as my, think about shit.
Yeah, it makes me feel pretty relaxed. Dude, the other day I took a drop before I did some comedy, and I was like, wow, I feel so fucking relaxed on stage. I could actually like sit there and think about my bits. Yeah. And fucking, chill. I don't even have to like smoke a joint because I'm like, I'm already chilling right now.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Off the CBD, and it's fucking, some pretty good quality stuff. You take 1 or 2 drops and you're fucking chilling, dude.
It's not psychoactive, but it will help you, with your sleep. Things like that. We're not doctors, we're not medical people, but
yeah, these
are all benefits of CBD. If your dogs have problems, you're taking them on a road trip or something like that, they have stuff for that. If you like topicals, they have roll-ons and creams and balms.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
I've been using the roll-on things for my knees, dude. Before I go skate,
yeah,
I put on a little bit of that roll-on, and I'm fucking ready to do a roll-on grind.
Roll on.
Yeah.
Well, if you want some CBD and you want to try it out, you get a discount if you go to ZynnWorld.com, promo code HAGS. That's HAGS, HAGS, Harry and Gizmo Show. You'll get a discount in your cart. So check that out. Once again, that's Zynn World, ZYNNWORLD.com. Promo code HAGS.
HAGS, promo code HAGS.
Oh man, I fucked that up, but that's fine. That was good enough.
Yeah, that was cool, man. This has been a this has been an up and down podcast, right?
Yeah, it's we finding our groove there. We're finding our groove.
Finding the groove, We'll have moments, but dude, I think we're we've been on a roll though. We've been doing this every week. We've been getting 14. More consistent.
Yeah, episode 14. I think we were talking about going to a rave together. We'll have to do that. Yeah. We'll have to do some activities and then report back. I think that's a good. We'll do field trips together and report back because right now we just go to the bars and hang out, and and that's fun. But
it's fun. But dude, oh man, I've been so like I'm going to open mics almost every other day, and the bar tabs I've been picking up. I'm like, whoa, dude, I didn't even know I fucking had 4 Modelo's, $40. What?
$40.
Because when I
$10 a Modelo,
dude. When I went
Jesus Christ,
Berlin the other night, after Laffy Taffy, they stay open pretty late. I think they stay open until like 3 a.m.
Damn.
Yeah, so I was chilling there for a bit, like way after you left. I was getting Modelo's. Fucking, they have food there too. Apparently, it's pretty good.
Yeah, they had tacos. They had a nice little taco deal. Yeah. 2 tacos and a beer. 2 tacos and a beer for $10.
Is that what you got?
No, I just got the Rainiers. I was just drinking Rainier.
Rainiers.
Which was their $5 beers, which were like PBRs.
Kind of PBR tasting, yeah.
Yeah, but they're tall boys, so I'll take it. It was a tall boy. Yeah, things have been good, dude. I'll share some, this is, I don't know. Never mind.
Too personal?
Yeah, too personal.
But I'll share something.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, there's this one time in the 2nd grade where I was like tossing a football with my 2nd grade teacher, and then he tossed me like a fucking bullet, dude, and then it hit me straight in the face, and then it hit me in the eye, and I was like, "Oh, what the hell, man?" And he's like, "Oh, you were supposed to catch it," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know, bitch." Like,
You nailed it.
And then like I went home with a black eye, and then my parents are like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "Fucking teacher threw a football in my face, told me to catch it, and I didn't catch it."
I've done the opposite. I've thrown a football at a coach with him not looking, and it nailed him. And he's like, "Dude, it literally." Sorry. I nailed this coach with a football, and he was like, "Never throw a ball at someone that they're not looking at you." Like,
sorry, bitch. You gotta
sorry, my bad. Dude, one of my favorite in middle school. We were in gym with this like gym teacher nobody liked. This just like sub nobody liked. And my buddy was just shooting shots, and she was doing laps around the court, and he waited, dude, until she was buying the thing, and I just saw him do a giant hook shot, and he hooked it, and it went flying, and just drilled her in the side of the head with the basketball. Fuck. Oh, it was so funny. I did feel bad for her, but it was quite funny.
Yeah, dude.
Physical injuries like that are hilarious.
They suck, man. I mean, dude, I'll tell you, it's an embarrassing moment. My freshman year in high school, oh man, this is so embarrassing. We're playing soccer in gym. It's like gym. We're playing soccer, and of course, like I'm just gonna try to fit in with the Mexican kids because they're all playing soccer. So let me try to hang with them for a bit. So I'm playing with them, and these guys play rough. They're fucking yelling out words in Spanish, like "pass the ball" or whatever the fuck. And I remember I rushed in on this guy to like try to take the ball from him, and he like fucking straight punt kicks it like right in front of me, and then dude, the ball just flies up, hits me in the face.
Damn.
And it
just tried to do that.
It hit my nose too, and you know when you get hit in the nose really hard, you start tearing up.
Yeah, damn near breaks your nose.
Yeah, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm out of here, dude." Then after that, I just started playing basketball.
You're like, fuck soccer.
Fuck soccer with the Mexicans, even though I'm Mexican. But like I still like to play soccer. But dude, like the high school matches they were playing were just fucking. It was just deadly, dude.
Dude, they're probably pretty intense out here.
Yeah, they get intense out here.
Yeah, I never played soccer. I played FIFA, the video game.
FIFA's a good game,
but the soccer sucks, dude. I'm sorry, it's just kind of boring. I've been to a soccer match. If you watch it live, it's fun.
Yeah,
all sports are better live.
I think America just doesn't have like the right soccer teams.
Yeah,
like all the good soccer teams are like in Spain, fucking.
Yeah, they don't have
Brazil,
like
Argentina,
a league. Like certain cities. We have the FC Lights football club. The Las Vegas Lights.
Oh, we have Major League Soccer. Yeah, I think Messi actually plays on one of the teams. I think it's Miami or something.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That'd be but it just doesn't. I'm sure they sell the tickets to the Mexican population or the people.
Yeah, good amount of them.
I'm sure they go to the games.
But no, that's what I was just saying is like when you're playing sports in like high schools out here, at least it's like Mexicans all play soccer.
Yeah.
White and black people all on the football teams and basketball teams. And yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't think it's segregated like that now, but because they got transgenders and what on the fucking teams now. But
not to get political.
Yeah, sorry to get political again. Damn,
I'm sorry.
Political pod.
This is the political. This pod, we did all right. We did our best.
We're doing all right.
We're doing our best here. I probably won't be able to find a clip out of this one. Who knows?
I don't think so either.
I've we're listening to us, and I'm like, God damn it! And that's the problem. Maybe we'll try it next time where we don't get ripped before we do it, and then we'll see how it goes. But I don't think it'll change much.
All right, we could do a sober
No,
pod.
we just I don't know. Not much has happened this week. My daughter's been out of town, so that's been kind of nice. Yeah. My wife and I are getting along together fine. I'm playing League of Legends. I'm trying to think. I'm like, fucking, what else is new?
Yeah, well, let me think with me. I've been hanging out a lot. Just been at the bars every night. I've been chilling.
Me and you've been hanging out.
Hanging out, working. Dude, I've just been hanging out and chilling so much because my work schedule has been so lenient with me. Like, I only work literally like 3 days out of the week. Yep. So 4 days, I'm fucking open micing. I'm chilling. I'm drinking. I'm hanging out, smoking. I'm just doing
same.
Fucking...
Just doing my thing.
Maybe I'll get back into video games so I could stay home for a bit and chill, save some money, and just keep I don't know. I think that's what my goal is right now. I need to stack my bread up a little bit more.
There you go.
I want to take more trips outside.
I want to do
of
New
Vegas.
York. I want to do Austin. I want to do Philly. I want to do those cities.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I want to go to New York. I want to check out Philly, get a cheesesteak.
I know that's your dream. Get a cheesesteak.
Yeah, I need the OG Philly cheesesteak, man. But yeah, man, what do you think? Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm wrapping it.
Yeah, let's
50.
wrap
We
it,
did
dude.
50 minutes. You know, we'll just call it an up.
We'll call this a little shorty. Thank you guys for listening, tuning in. Peace out.